I really don't know. Perhaps that is the end of the game, and it just sort of ends there. I don't know. But right, yes. So, thank you very much for watching this Let's Play Blind of Half-Life. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm glad to say that I mellowed out towards the end. I have to admit, the last sort of third of the game was exceptionally hard. Um, Something I've never come across before in a long time. Whether I agree with its difficulty or not, well, that's just a matter of opinion, really. I didn't agree with it at the time, but I was also quite round up at the time. But looking back at it on hindsight and some of the feedback I've got, a lot of it could have been tackled with better common sense, um, and just being sharper at first-person shooter games, I guess, would have been a lot more. Uh, well, would have been better. I can't. I'm running out of words to say. But yeah, no. Yeah, definitely need to improve my first-person shooting gameplay, which I have done through this game. Now I have to say, even though I have made a comment before in my YouTube channel that it didn't improve my gameplay abilities. In hindsight, it has made me more edgier and more. Uh, I'm sorry, Fraps just keeps crashing on me for some reason. It's been doing that a lot recently. I wonder if there's a bug in the software program, or maybe, like I said, my laptop is on the way out. I don't know. Um, I've defragmented it. I've checked for viruses, and I've cleared the hard drive of everything. But it seems all right. But yeah, I'm just wondering, perhaps I've actually fried it. Who knows? I don't know. But yeah, it keeps playing up from time to time. It is Fraps that's causing the problem. I'll try and fix it for the next Let's Play blind. I do, or at least next Let's Play. Anyway, but yeah, just closing comments. I don't know if that was the true ending of the game. It just blacks out like that. Maybe it could have been Fraps that was crashing and messing things up. I don't know. In fact, let's find out actually. Let's load the game up and let's see what happens. Nope, I think that's it. That is the end of the game. It just goes black, and that's that. So, yeah, I think that's it. So, yeah, very strange ending, but there you go. I guess because the second game pretty much carries on straight off from this. And we'll definitely do that if I can get it to work. If it works okay, we'll definitely do a Let's Play blind of Half-Life 2. That's the next game that we're going to play. So yeah, so overall, I thought the game was okay. I thought it was quite interesting, and even though it's 1998, I think this game was, it's 96 or 98. I think it is 98. For a game from 98, it hasn't aged terrifically well, but it's not bad, if you know what I mean. It's still got its charm. It's still functional. And even though I complained a lot about the difficulty curve spiking, I understand it's a different type of first-person shooter game. It's not like today's first-person shooter games, which are very, very easy. Well, I say very easy. They're not very easy, but they're a lot easier than old school first-person shooter games like this and System Shock and loads of other ones I can't think off the top of my head. But I know there are a lot of very classic first-person. Sorry, yeah, Fraps crashed again. So yeah, overall game not bad. I did stress out on it, but I'll give this one a bit of a break because the only major complaint I have is I still don't agree with the whole go into an area where you don't really know what's ahead of you, and you can be as prepared or have your wits about you. You can be as aware as possible and analyze the area as much as possible to try and get an idea of what could be in there, what threats you're going to go up against, the cover points, and all that. You could do that, but I still think that most of the time, the first time you go into an area, as your first time playing this, the first time you go into an area, you're not going to be prepared to take on what comes at you because the enemies they throw at you are random. Sometimes they're not. Sometimes they're already there, preset, like soldiers and what have you. But as it got progressively harder as the game got further on. The enemies just spawned out of nowhere and spawned in random places with random numbers, and you will get annihilated the first couple of times doing it, I believe. And I don't like that sort of having to trial and error, reload, 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 reload to do that bit. Yes, it's great to have a quick save function and all that, but it just basically tells you that the developers went, oh god, this game's really, really, really hard. We've really, really overdone this. I think people are going to be very annoyed with us if we don't give them some sort of autosave feature. Okay, we'll give them an autosave feature. That'll calm them down a bit because at least then they'll go, oh god, it's really hard, but it's got this autosave feature, so I can die and respawn like a couple of seconds away from where I was and all that. It's not so bad. I just got to push through and just memorize where all the enemies are coming from, and then everything will be great. I don't think that's good gameplay, and I don't think that's good gameplay design. I think they knew that it was too hard, and that's why they put the quick save feature in. You shouldn't have to do that. It should be a fair challenge, of course, but not to the point where you have to put in a quick save feature in just to be able to compensate. Just to be able to compensate for the difficulty. I do know that a lot of PC games do use quick save features, like loads of them do, even before this one. So it's not like as if quick saving is like a new feature that they put in this game or an exclusive feature. No, it is uniform across most PC games. I am aware of that, but that's still not an excuse to sort of make it that difficult and having to do it by trial and error and memorizing. Um, I suppose if you're used to the first person shooter games like this, where you do know the skill set you need and you do know how to work it, perhaps you won't need to trial and error as often or as much as say me, who's a noob at this sort of thing. But even so, I still believe even with people who are skilled, you're still going to come across areas where you have to restart again and again a couple of times, just to get to that past that area because you just don't know what's coming until you've already experienced it. And then once you've already experienced it, you know it's coming. You can prepare yourself properly because you're like, oh, I know what's coming now. Right, okay, I've got to do this and do that. That's just not very good gameplay, I don't think, or very good design. But that's just my opinion anyway. That's the only major gripe I have. Other than that, a lot of the things I did make mess ups on, I can in hindsight turn around and say, yeah, if I had more common sense, I could have probably got through that a lot easier. So I do agree with the whole I need to sharpen my skills up and sharpen my senses and be not quite so running in and wasting ammo and all that stuff. Yeah, definitely. I only do that because I like to. Yeah, sorry, it just crashed again. Right, no, I'm definitely finishing up now. Um, so yeah, at least I got most of my opinion through, but yeah, I don't know why Fraps has crashed. I'm going to have to solve that problem. But anyway, thank you again for watching if you have, and it's been a real pleasure doing this. And thank you so much for the feedback from Gekon CZ and the Ultimate Gamer 245. Greatly appreciated. Glad you have enjoyed it at some point. You've enjoyed it as best you can. I'm really appreciative of that. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. And yes, next game, Half-Life 2, if I can get it working, which I'm sure I can. I've got to find what's going on with Fraps. My laptop should handle it fine. So again, I don't know why this is going on, but whatever. But anyway, take it easy. Have a good one, guys, and I'll see you in the next vid.